right.
Oh,
So let's see.
oh
If it
yeah.
goes
I have a couple topics I wrote down.
Oh, definitely gonna get. So I think we're live. I hope so. All right, yeah, we live, we hot, so it's on. So good. So everybody, finally, welcome back to the first inning. And yeah, man, we got a good show today. I got my boy Christian here today, and we're gonna get into that. And also Roger, the big Yankee fan.
Hello.
Wait, I gotta address Michael Caputo. I haven't spoke to him. I'm sorry, but he'll be back on the show soon, or if he hears me or is live, call in, and we'll get you in. But buddy, welcome to the show, Christian. What's up, man?
I'm good. Yeah, listening for a long time. Yeah, so we've been looking forward to this for weeks now. When was the last time you DM'd me? About a month ago, probably?
Yeah, like December, man. I was like, all right, cool, man. So I was like, damn, man, I can't believe the lockout happened. And I was like, okay, maybe there'll be some news. And I was waiting for some news. No news.
And there's
so
no
I was
news.
like, you know what? They're just coming back. And today's a good day to be back. Because you know why, Roger?
Why's that?
Today is the Hall of Fame announcement.
Oh, we have to get into that.
Yeah, so at 6 o'clock on MLB Network, you'll find out who the hell's going to the Hall of Fame.
Oh, I hope A-Rod.
A-Rod, I'm sorry, he's not getting into the Hall of Fame, man. Nobody who got caught with steroids is getting into the Hall of Fame.
If Bonds gets in, A-Rod should be.
Yes, because Bonds was totally down with steroids.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you look at his before and after picture when he was with the Pirates, when it first and second year, he was like 150. Yeah. But then once he got to San Francisco,
he was.
That's when the power.
Very thin. And also, Christian, what happened is his neck size increased and his shoe size increased quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
And he was obviously taking quite a bit of performance-enhancing drugs, steroids, no doubt about it, because he really blew up.
Also, there's no more splashes into the river no more. Remember, they used to hit home runs into the river, and they used to have the kayaks and fighting for the ball. They don't have that no more because nobody hits home runs out there no more. It's impossible.
There's only a couple guys. Like I think Brandon Belt hit a couple out there. That's about it, you know.
Now, let me ask you, Christian. How long have you been watching baseball? How long have you been a fan of baseball?
Fan of baseball. So I'm 14. So 2012, 2013, those Yankees, Derek Jeter, I went to one of his final games.
Nice.
Yeah, my first Yankee game was against the Reds in 2014. It was one of Derek Jeter. It was like, I think, August. They had like a ceremony because it was one of the last times one team was playing against Jeter. So, yeah.
Yeah, man, Derek Jeter, man, he's the best shortstop I ever seen play shortstop, man. I mean, nobody could play. I don't care what they say, but nobody is a defensive player as good as Jeter. Jeter was the greatest defensive shortstop ever, man.
And people say like he's the worst defensive shortstop of all time. Well, no, when was the last time you saw a shortstop playing? When they were 20 years old to 42 when he retired?
Yeah, the same team.
To playing all shortstop. Yeah. So most of these guys are like 32, 33. They move over to third or second base.
Yeah, but they're lying when they say that because let me tell you, if a ball is hit to Jeter, you already know automatic out. You already know double play. It's happening. It's happening. Yes. There is no fumble. There is no error. It's happening, and it's gonna be tailor made. At the time, they had Robinson Cano there, and it was gonna be tailor made. I mean, MLB stuff. You know what I mean? Like
not necessarily like fancy every play, trying to show off style or anything. It's a routine play. It makes a play.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really see any shortstop as good as those guys, man. To this day, man, I can't really tell you who can even come close to Jeter, man. As defensively, like can get everything, man. I don't know.
And he also hit like 300 in his 2014 season.
Yes, and I don't know if you saw this video on MLB, on the MLB app or the MLB Network, whatever. They had Harold Reynolds and Jim Thome interviewing Derek Jeter at the field, a stadium that they have in the MLB.
Was it with the Hall of Fame jersey on?
Right,
Yeah, the Hall of Fame jersey. Yeah,
so they was like, so how, like, what made you a good hitter? He was like, I don't have no technique. I have no nothing. I was just looking for a fastball. That was like, are you kidding me? It's like,
he's looking for, he's not going for home runs. He's looking for a single the other way. Not even like a double or something, you know.
Yeah, I mean, those Yankees, it's crazy because when the strike happened in 1994, I was your age. So now, you're my age at this time when the new strike is happening.
Oh, I could not. My grandpa, my nonno, I'm Italian, so that's grandpa Italian. He was telling me about like the Expos of the Yankees were the best teams of baseball. It would have been an Expos Yankees World Series, and everyone was like disappointed when they got canceled and everything. Yeah, so I mean that would have been terrible.
They had the Alou brothers there. I think they had the whole outfield with Alou brothers or something like that, and it was wild, man. But yeah, the Yankees had a good year that year, man. They were on their way, man. But thank God they recuperated in '95, and got, well. Too bad Don Mattingly left at the time, but then they won the World Series with these guys, man. But Joe Torre was the guy, man, and to come to think about the evolution of baseball, right? In this day and age, you cannot manage like Joe Torre did in the 90s.
No.
It doesn't work at this day and age,
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's mind-boggling, man. So like you these guys now, Aaron Boone and all these guys, man, they follow the analytics very, very closely.
Matt Blake too.
But you know, analytics says a lot, but you can't really predict baseball like John Sterling says, right, Roger?
Exactly, and I also wanted to say to Christian that to give you an idea of my age, my grandfather brought me to my first Yankee game, and I was a 5-year-old at the time, and it was a doubleheader, and Mickey Mantle had just retired. So that will give you an idea of my age. And I was a 5-year-old, and I went to a game called Mickey Mantle Day. And then my time as a kid during for baseball was the 1970s, when we had people that you may or may not have heard of from the past, like Thurman Munson and Chris Chambliss and Willie Randolph and Ron Guthrie. And Catfish Hunter. So those were the players that were around when I was your age.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's a wild evolution, man. I can't believe, like, see, also, Christian, my dad worked at Yankee Stadium also. He worked the last 5 years in the old stadium. And
like before they renovated it, or
before they tore it down from 2008 season, and he did the last 5 years, and I got to go to like games like crazy, man. I was going in there for free, crazy balls. I mean, I was owning the place, right? And come to think about it, man, now I mean time goes past and it's gone, and it's like, wow, it's like it never happened. You know, and the special thing about baseball is that every new season is like everything. It's like it's like life itself. You know, when a new baseball season starts, and the last year, you don't even remember what happened last season. Ain't that so? Right, Roger?
It often is. I have a very good memory, though, and
he does, not me.
I know what's going on, but I know what you're talking about. We always look forward to the spring, and BX Bomber and I, Kristen, will be getting to games again this year, and we're a little bit just worried about the lockout and what's happening with the lockout, and if it will affect the season or not. So we're a little bit worried about that.
Hey, shout out to Bryson, man, on the check-in.
Oh, hello, Bryson.
So, everybody says, after the Super Bowl ends, it's baseball season.
Yeah,
right.
pretty much, because right after the Super Bowl is spring training, pitches and catches report,
pitches and catchers, yeah,
you know, and all that stuff. So yeah, man. Then I can't wait for that spring to come around because I can't stand this cold weather already, man. It's killing me.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, man. But also, I wanted to ask you. You living such a far way, right? How do you become a Yankee fan from where your perspective is? How did you become a Yankee? Yeah, what makes you a Yankee fan? How did you become one?
My whole family. I mean, my grandparents, my dad, my mom, everybody grew up a Yankee fan around me. And you know, that's how it
Are
works.
they from New York? Are they from New York?
Yeah, my dad was born in New York, yep, in Queens. Okay. And then I'm in Connecticut, so I'm about 2 hours away from Yankee Stadium. But I try to get out there at least, you know, five games a year, 10 games, you know.
Yeah, that's great, man. Roger makes it to what? How many games you go to, Roger? 15 games?
I get to about 8 to 10, and where I'm living on, Kristen, I'm from the New York City, New Jersey area too. My family was all from Staten Island, New York, which is one of the boroughs of New York City. And then my family moved out to New Jersey, and we were in New Jersey. And just like you, I grew up in a family of Yankee fans. And my stepfather also had connections with the Yankees. And my stepfather was pretty close friends with Bill Rizzuto. You would go out to dinner with Bill Rizzuto quite a bit. So that's how I became a Yankee fan. And my grandfather brought me to Mickey Mantle Day, and that's as a 5-year-old. You know, I started to follow the Yankees at that time. But for financial reasons, I'm living in the eastern panhandle of West Virginia now. And what I do is I travel up on the Amtrak and stay up in the New York City area and visit with my good friend DX Palmer, and we get the games together.
Yeah, man, he travels a long way. Unbelievable, man. I mean, that's how dedicated Yankee fans are. These guys.
Oh yeah,
you guys.
You see Yankee fans in L.A. One of the games, it was against the Angels this year. About 70% of the crowd was all Yankee fans.
Wow, yeah, that's true.
And
man.
against the Angels,
people do migrate, man, from a while, man.
People travel,
and you know and it's like just like you said, man. People grow into it because of their parents or family members or whatever. Somebody who put them on to baseball, that's the team like they go.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? If they were a Met fan, you might have become a Met fan. If they're a Yankee fan, you become a Yankee fan. That type of business. But yeah, man. So the thing is like, what I want to know is really like, how do we get kids back into baseball, man? Because like I was telling you earlier, I work in a school. And I tell kids all the time, yo, man, come on and eat your food, right? They go, no. I said, go on and eat your food so you can grow up and become big and strong and become a baseball player, right? And they go, no, I don't want to be a baseball player. They don't even know what a baseball player is, man. So it's like, wow. I was like, yo, you know, you guys can make millions of dollars by hitting a baseball.
Yeah.
They you know, they don't know nothing, man. It's I don't know, man. How do you guys in your neighborhood? Are you guys playing? Is there like baseball organization like that around there? Or
I mean, yeah. There's Little League. There's baseball, a big thing here. It's really, if you go up north of Connecticut, it's hockey. Down here, it's baseball. It's really baseball down here.
You see, and where I'm at, East Harlem. There is no sign of baseball, man. I mean,
really,
like there's been times only for high school teams. They go, you see them in Heritage Field, across the street from Yankee Stadium. They play some games out there, but other than that, there's nobody playing baseball, man. When I was your age as a kid, I used to just go straight up to Pelham Bay Park, walk on any baseball field, and have a game.
That's what I do.
You know what I mean? But now it's like you can't even find the person to play. So it's like, man, we got to get back. We got to get people back into the game, and MLB needs help with this. I mean, in my opinion, like I said before, Yankee Stadium and its fans that go to games is majority tourist. that come from other countries, come from, way far other states to come here on vacation. And these people get these tickets from their hotels or a free ticket because they bought something, and that's how they end up in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do we get the normal crowd to come back? Because
I was wondering.
Yankee Stadium used to be packed. I mean,
every game.
But
man. This year, even on Friday nights, it was end of the season against the Rangers. The second deck was empty.
Yes.
I mean, every the upper deck was vacant. The bleachers were there. The bleacher creases are there, but it's like nobody goes to the games. Although also, I think the Yankees were playing well. I think that also contributed to it. But still,
it was bad. I've noticed. I remember going on a Friday night game, and Friday nights usually be the nights that is usually get a sold out night. And it felt like it was
Friday nights, Saturday nights.
A Friday game felt like it was a Tuesday game or a Monday game where you got nobody in the stands.
Which even in like
what we have to consider also is that the pandemic is still going on. I'm not going to go into that too much.
That's true.
With YouTube and everything about that. But with that going on, a lot of people are still frightened to be out in public, and that in combination with the tourists not coming to New York City, and the cost of Yankee Stadium, all of these things are contributors to having the attendance down.
Yeah. And what was also thing is even 2019, 2018, when they got the stand and everything, on a Monday night or Tuesday night, the Bronx was 80% sold out.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to come see the Yankees, but they were playing so good. And also another point of mine, we'll get to that later. Juiced baseballs. People go to the games to see home runs. That 2019 baseball, that was prime baseball. That was everybody wanted to watch it. It was a sold out night every night.
Yeah.
And I think they should bring that back because people go to games now to see home runs.
That is true, man. I have to agree with you, man. I think the balls were juiced, man. And then when they found out about it, they took those balls out in the playoffs, and those balls weren't flying as far as they were in the beginning.
Yeah.
So man, there is a fact on that. But I mean, I seen a documentary where just by shaving off a millimeter does everything to the ball. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, maybe they should consider putting that sticky stuff on the ball so the pitchers don't have to use rosin all the time and Spider Tack and all that stuff. But they gotta, I don't know. I think the baseball is fine in my opinion. Once they rub that Mississippi mud on it, it's good.
It's tough for me because I'm one of the only kids in my school that really follow baseball. I mean, a lot of guys are Yankee fans, but then they watch the playoffs and they watch it 5 games a year. But for me, when it comes to baseball, I watch 9 innings every game. I'm not bored of it, right? Some people get so bored of it every pitch. No, I enjoy every pitch.
Yeah.
But not when the Yankees were playing bad.
Yeah,
that was something else. Oh.
I mean,
when they were down,
it's tough to watch.
3-0.
Right, it's tough to watch a game down 3-0, and then you're watching the Yes Network, right? And Michael Kay and David Cohn, they're not saying anything, right? They're just silent, and it's super hot. You know what I'm talking about? And you're just watching paint dry over here. It's like, man, it's bad.
It's
Christian, does your school have a baseball team?
Yes.
Oh, did you play at all?
What did you say? I think it just broke up. What were you saying?
Your school has a baseball team. Are you able to play with them, or what's happening? Do you like to play?
Yeah, I play. I'm gonna try out for the middle school team. Yep.
Oh wow! Yeah. Fantastic. That's very nice.
Should make it. I mean, these kids don't even know what baseball is up there, so he should be like the Jeter on the team. In my opinion.
Yeah, but a lot of people around here, a lot of people play baseball. They just don't watch baseball.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's something. That's interesting.
Yeah, because everybody plays, like, and there's a lot of remember the name Logan Charbonneau? He is 14 years old. He's 6'7", 250. He's from the town next to me. Yep. He is gonna get drafted out of high school at 14 years old. The Padres and the Red Sox were already talking to him.
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean,
that
guy's massive.
They called his dad and they said, "We can't talk to you until we're 16, but at 16 years old, you're gonna make millions." Wow, that's how good this kid is.
Wow. Well, how tall are you?
I am 5'9".
Oh, so you're a good height. You're a good height, man. So you're still gonna grow, and you're young.
Oh yeah.
So you might be 6 feet, man. You might go past 6 feet. That's great, man.
Yeah.
So you got.
My dad was 6'2", 6'3".
Oh, that's great size, man. Oh man. So as long as you keep playing and get rest and rest your body, and stuff like that, and take care of it, man, you should be fine, man. You might end up with an MLB contract, man. This might be your first interview. Hey, Roger, we might have to lock this one down. Bring it back up.
Yes, exactly. Christian, when I was in high school, I was okay. I love baseball, but I wasn't the most talented baseball player. So for the first several years of high school, I got to play what was called intramural. That's when we had two teams that were from in the same school. I got to play intramural. And then in my senior year, I finally made the team, but I started getting in trouble in school and having some difficulties. And I had to leave the team because of it. But I largely played intramural, which is, within the school. And then I made the high school team as a senior to play other schools. But I got into a bit of trouble. I had to leave the team at that time.
Yeah. See, I'm not that great of a hitter, but I really enjoy pitching. Really enjoy being out there every few days, starting.
Wow.
No, you gotta be like a Shohei Ohtani, man. You gotta pitch and hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think my hitting needs a little work.
Oh, you'll be all right, man. Once you do some hitting drills and stuff like that, you gotta follow these professional guys, man, and keep doing what they're doing. You'll be all right, man. And just keep playing, man. That's all, because you're in a good spot, man, up there, man. You have a lot of potential. I'm pretty sure you do. And you can probably make it somewhere playing up there. See, down in where I'm at, down in the Bronx here, you ain't gonna get seen by nobody. I'm gonna tell you, all you're gonna get seen is by the old lady walking by with her little carrito. You know what I'm saying? From Target. That's the only person that's gonna see you in the Bronx, man. You know what I'm saying? So you got a good chance, man. At least keep playing and just don't give up, man.
Unless you're playing at Heritage Field and you see Brian Casher walking by.
Word. I mean, he can be driving by. That's a fact, though. Word.
Have you? I saw your videos in 20. You went to the player gate.
I was at I was watching them drive by. Man, that's right. I was the whole pandemic,
I think I saw you one time.
Yo, the whole pandemic, I was the only Yankee fan the whole pandemic out there every day. And I got to see those guys drive by. Brett Gardner, Aaron Hicks.
Chapman, have you seen Chapman's Lamborghini?
I haven't seen the Lamborghini, but I do see that Batmobile that he drives. He drives a Batmobile all the time.
His license plate is NPH 105.
NPH 105, but it's a Lamborghini though?
I think so.
I'm gonna check that out because they drive by. Because I live across the street, directly across the street from Yankee Stadium, Gate 2. But most of the time I stay at my girlfriend's house. But that's where I'm at. But I see them when I come home from work. I usually stop at my house, and I see guys, driving by, stuff like that. Yeah, so you can't catch them.
Not a lot of people know about it. Every game we go at the end of the game to see all the cars drive by. There's thousands that go to the game. I only see about 50 people there. It's crazy. Nobody knows about it. Yeah. Everybody goes to Because one time, it was in 2019. It was against the Rockies. We saw, me and my cousin, after the game, we would run down to the gate to see everybody. And my uncle was walking by, and James Paxton was walking across the street to the subway.
Oh.
Wow.
You know how we noticed?
I'm sorry, Kristen. I just wanted to tell you real quick that if you watch the X-Bomber 2011 YouTube videos, you will notice that when I'm in the video and I meet with the X-Bomber when Roger's there, we have a specific tree in Legends Park where the X-Bomber is now pointed at Roger's tree, and I always meet him before the game right across the street at the park.
Really?
At that tree every time we go to the games together.
But wait, Roger, hold on. Let him finish telling the story. How'd you know it was him though?
You know what? I was about to say that his big maple tattoo.
Oh,
we saw it from so long ago, and then by the time we ran back, he was in the subway. We saw him in the distance. His big maple tattoo on his arm. They show that, yeah.
Oh man!
And then we knew it was him. So we didn't get to meet him, but
a few people ride the subway. Adam Warren was a guy that rode the subway a lot too, man. And there was another guy. I forget.
Clark Schmidt and Higashioka. They go right across the street. They were like a foot from us, but we asked him to take a picture, but he said he has to go. Higashioka. Yeah.
You know, in the pandemic season, the 2020 season, the first vlog I did out there at Yankee Stadium, I got like almost the whole team outside. For some reason, they didn't let them in or whatever it was, and I got Gabriel Torres out there, Gary Sanchez, a whole bunch of people. Yeah, I gotta go back to that video, man. And they were like locked out of the car, and Gabriel Torres couldn't get in the car. It was it was kind of.
Was it after a game?
No, it was when baseball was given the okay to come back. It was one of those days. Okay. And the team was showing up. Yeah. They just
I remember those. They would do it on like they would play each other, the team.
Yes, one of those games. Right. Interleague, inter-squad game, whatever they call it now.
Yeah.
Squad, right? Yeah, that was a hell of a wow. Yeah, man, that was one hell of a season. My God, man. See now, looking forward now, right? I don't think the Yankees are gonna make it, man. You know, just to be honest with you. I mean, unless the Yankees make some drastic big moves right now. I mean, let me quote Michael Caputo: "The Yankees suck. The Yankees suck. The Yankees suck." You know, but nah. I know the Yankees suck or whatever, but you know what? For some reason, the Yankees will find a way somehow to make this team a contender. You know what I mean? They figure out a way, but it's sometimes I know it's not enough, and I know we want Matt Scherzer and all that on the team, but man, I feel like the Yankees failed on that on this offseason, man, on getting some guys to the team. Man, they should have capitalized on getting guys. You know, I know a lot of guys wanted too much money for the team or whatever, but they could have did something. Now we have a problem. Now we have a first base opening.
I think they're getting Olsen.
Kind of really don't, because I like Luke Voigt, you know, but he's not a defensive first baseman. That's the problem with him, honestly. You know, but the kid can hit home runs, so why would you want to get rid of that? You know what I mean?
But I think they need another lefty.
Yes, they really do, but Luke Voigt is accident prone. He gets hurt. Every season he's played, he's hurt. So he's bound to get hurt again. We know this. So
and he's just getting older.
Yeah, and he's getting older, man. Now we have a gap at shortstop. There is we don't have a shortstop. So
Urshela cannot play shortstop.
Yeah, I like Urshela as a third baseman. You know, even though I think he can play shortstop, I don't have a problem with it.
But not for a full season. He's getting older.
Yeah, that too. but they need a shortstop that can whip the ball for that double play, because the Yankees are terrible in double plays. LeMahieu and Gabriel Torres together doing a double play, they never make it. You know what I mean?
Hitting and fielding into them.
Yeah, so I don't know what the deal with LeMahieu is, man, but I know he was rehabbing in Yankee Stadium here for that sports hernia that he had. So
well, we don't know. We don't know. They can't even talk to the trainers.
True.
Exactly. They can't talk to the trainers at all, and they don't know what is really happening.
True.
Yeah.
And we don't know if he's feeling better or not, right? That's the only guy that we're worried about, right? Is LeMahieu, because who else? Italian, he'll be back in June, and Britton, he'll be back in June somewhere. So
he'll be out for the majority of the season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
Britton had Tommy John, I think.
Yeah, he did.
But
so
with Tyone, it's just like he posted a video on his Instagram. I don't know if you saw. He looked pretty good throwing. He was throwing like from 30 feet. At least he's throwing. His ankle feels good. He said, and well, it's good. That's good to hear from some Yankees finally, right?
Yeah, but is he good enough for the team? That's the problem. You know what I mean? See, like me and Michael Caputo have this conversation all the time. And why did they get Garrett Cole if they weren't going to help him win this World Series? You know what I'm saying? They need a big pitcher to help him. Seriously do, man. They need somebody big to help this guy, at least one or two, and we can't go on with Severino. He's questionable, man. He might not make it a whole season. You got Herman. Forget about it. Herman, I had a lot of hope in that guy, and he's a dud.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
Who else? Montgomery. He has potential. He has potential, but we don't know if he can continue that next year, right? And
what about Debbie Garcia? What happened to him?
That's the thing, man.
Exactly. He's really fallen off the face of the earth. Debbie Garcia was really a big prospect, and he really did a lot of major regression over this past year. He really regressed rather badly.
True, man.
Yeah. That was
No. Oh, and we have to worry about Aaron Hicks too. You see?
They need a center fielder. They need a center fielder.
You you agree. Yankees are gonna live and die with this guy. He's gonna play center field, this kid, Aaron Hicks. But the thing is, will he hit home runs, and can he play the field? We don't know. Yo, Roger, have you seen him in the Dominican League play yet? I haven't seen him.
I have not been able to catch him playing. But also what we do have to realize is we have to take one thing at a time. I know the Yankees were very quiet in November and didn't make any moves. But we have to get through the lockout, and then they're going to have a short period of time of about 2 weeks to sign over 300 free agents. And after the lockout is done, then we will have to see what the Yankees might possibly do at this point. But at this point, we can't even talk about it. They were very quiet and disappointing in November. Yeah. And we have to get through the lockout, and then we'll have to see what the Yankees do after the lockout. And if they don't do anything, then it was rather disappointing.
Which the Yankees need to win now.
They
like Aaron Judge is going to be 30 in April. Think about that. Right. I mean, that's why I'm thinking. I'm going to say this.
You could call in, Mike, finally got Michael. I didn't get to talk to you, but call in, Mike. Call me, Mike, to get on. Oh, okay. So Bryson has a question. What about Brett Gardner?
Gardner, I think they're going to resign him. Just because for that leadership.
I think so too. I think he deserves it. I think they have no choice but to take this guy back. And and Bryson also says, what about Nestor Cortez?
I think the Barrys proved themselves last year.
Yeah.
Will he continue that? Will he continue that though?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
All these pitchers
he was
are
fantastic.
Like like Michael's saying, man, be prepared for another horrible season, because I mean, if they're gonna bring back the same team that they keep bringing back, it's not gonna work. It's not.
And what I was thinking, since the Yankees need to win now, I think they're gonna trade for Olsen and Sean Manaea or Frankie Montas.
Wow.
One's a lefty. Manaea's a lefty, and Montas is a righty.
Yeah, that sounds
so. Good. Not both of them, because there's no way they're going to do that. But a good first baseman, an elite first baseman, and a really good pitcher. That is a move that Brian Cashman makes, and he's telling the fans that we want to win now. And it's not really a choice. I mean, if they go into rebuild mode and wait for Jason Dominguez, by the time that happens, Aaron Judge is going to be 32, 33, 34 even. Like, that just can't happen. With LeMahieu's already older, Cole's 30, 31. They're not the baby bombers anymore. And nobody's going to get better from 31 on, right?
True.
He's going to get more into
this window of opportunity is closing. They had the baby bombers. They had, they had Gary Sanchez, Judge, and all of that. And the window of opportunity is closing. The closest they came was 2017 when they lost to the Astros, but they have kind of regressed a little bit since then.
Which we also have to take into account. We lost to Cheater 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
17, 18, and 19. So it could have been totally different if the Astros weren't cheating, especially in 19.
Right.
Or even in 17, but like
hold on,
17 was
the Michael calling in.
Oh.
Hold on. Mike, you here? Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good, man.
What's up, Mike?
How you doing? Long time. Who's the guest on yourself?
I got Christian, man. He's a good kid.
What's up?
Oh,
What's
nice.
up,
I
Mike?
was just gonna say, how you doing, man? Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm disappointed.
I'm good.
Nice to meet you.
No, he's on. Now Christian's on the show because he's giving us the perspective of his from his age, and as him looking at us as at baseball, to see what his ideas are. So I'm trying to figure this out, man.
Yeah, everybody can give their own perspective. I'm all for it. I love Yankees content. But I'm just going to tell you right now, be prepared for another horrible season, because if the Yankees run the same exact team back out again, just be ready for a fourth place finish or a last place finish, because if they make major changes, they're going to be in a lot of trouble this year.
It's the last place team. I mean, right now, I'm playing our last place team.
But if they make good moves, if they keep the same team, they'll finish in fourth place, maybe fifth. But if they make some moves, I think they could be serious contenders. If they get Correa, if they trade for Olsen, another starting pitcher.
Nothing will shock me at this point anymore, because the Orioles owned the Yankees last year. We couldn't even beat the Baltimore Orioles. I mean, that was a major shock. I mean, every time we played them, we got owned. So I wouldn't be – just nothing will surprise me at this point anymore. I could see the Orioles finishing ahead of us. I mean,
you're bringing back bad memories.
I'm going to have to sign off. I have to take care of a little bit of work. But it was good talking to you, Christian. You're a very nice young man. I'm sure BX Bomber will have you on more.
Yeah.
And BX Bomber, maybe I'll try to talk to you a little bit later. And I'll talk to you soon, Michael, okay?
All right.
Okay, yeah, it was great talking to you too, Roger.
Take care. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye. But getting back to the Yankees, man. I just hope this team makes major moves, because we have a lot of holes to fill. We got to get a center fielder, we got to get a shortstop, we got to get a first baseman, 2 starters. I mean, look at all the holes. I mean, I thought, imagine 2 years ago when we got Garrett Cole, we were one piece away from winning a championship. Now we got 6. We need 6 moves on this team.
Yeah, man, it's bad now. I mean, they let it go. Why did they let it go, though? That's my thing.
I don't know, man. Blame ownership. Brian Cashman should have been gone 20 years ago. He's the worst general manager. And Steinbrenner is a terrible owner, doesn't care about winning, and he should have sold the team. He's not a good owner, man.
Oh, I'm not going to be surprised if the Yankees are at 500 in August again, or July. If I hear sell the team chant in the Bronx.
Wow.
Like the Knicks did.
The Mets, look at the Mets, man. I'm jealous of what the Mets are doing. They got Marte, they got Buck Showalter. The Mets are going to finish with a better record than the Yankees. I hate to say it, but the Mets they're going to be a great team. I think they're going to make the playoffs, the Mets.
I think they'll fire Cashman before they sell the team. Come on.
Yeah.
You know that we have to make so many moves. It's ridiculous.
But you know what, though? The best thing they did was get Rizzo, though, last year. I
like Rizzo, but, man, I want Matt Olson. He's younger. He's
me too.
A great defensive player. I want Matt Olson. I hope they make that trade because they have to make that trade. Olson is a great player. He's a great defensive player. He's younger. He's only 27 years old. I don't want a guy that's 33. I mean, Rizzo's old. I like Rizzo, but he's too old.
Man,
they need somebody young. I mean,
I've been watching on YouTube, Vladimir Guerrero, the son, Junior.
Yeah.
And he's on YouTube. You have to check out his YouTube channel. I'm plugging it in. Team Guerrero 27, right? And he shows his workouts. Yo, this kid is hitting bombs, in Dominican Republic. I mean, you got to see the batting practice that this kid takes, which is unbelievable. Yo, how do we get this kid on the team? Guerrero. I mean, I know Toronto will never get rid of him.
They're never going to get Friday Guerrero, though, man. The Blue Jays will never let him go.
Yeah, they'll never let him go, but my God, yo, watch his YouTube channel, bro. Oh my God, you're gonna see him, he makes it look so easy, and this guy's hitting 400 home runs.
The Blue Jays will never let him out. They'll never let him out of sight. I mean, that's just something that you're not going to see. It's just the Yankees have to focus on their team, and they have to focus on developing their own plans. And they need a better scouting system. Their farm system is atrocious. I mean, they have so much work to do. They were one piece away from winning a championship 2 years ago or 3 years ago. And now they have to add so much to this team. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Well, you know what really killed the team, though? 2019 really killed the team. 2019 was the year that killed the team. That next man up.
Oh, yeah, when we lost in the ALCS.
That killed the team.
We came so close.
Because all those players getting hurt, man, and they had to bring up their prospects earlier than expected and this and that. That really killed the team, man. And then
I know. But people saying too, Frank, that kind of gets me like on the fence. They're saying if Garrett Cole has a tremendous season, the Yankees are going to win. I don't think so because it's one pitcher. Who's great after Garrett Cole? You think that Jordan Montgomery and Domingo Germán are going to pitch great in the play? I mean, we needed like 2 number 1 pitches after Cole. They don't have anybody besides Garrett Cole on this team. I don't know. How are you going to win a World Series with one guy? I mean, even if he dominates next year, you're not winning a championship.
It's true, man.
Insane.
It's true. No, you're right, man.
Yeah.
We all agree with you, man. It's just that I don't know we don't know what the Yankees are gonna do, man, and I don't see them.
Yeah.
I don't see them getting.
I mean, they have so much work to do, and we still have to wait till this lockout goes away. I don't even know when it's gonna be over, and then they have to make all these moves. I mean, you're lucky if they make 2-3 moves. They should have made moves ahead of the lockout. Now they have to make all these moves once it's over. It's too much.
But the thing is, Michael, who to make moves to get who? There's nobody in baseball.
Oh yeah, well they have to make trades. Now, are you hearing now the Mets want to trade for Luis Castillo? Now, you believe this? Do you believe that? And they might even want Clayton Kershaw. Why aren't the Yankees in on all this stuff?
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, they got the real style over there.
I was saying this before you joined, Michael.
Letting the Mets take over the whole city. I mean, the Yankees are a laughing stock. I mean, you're going to let the Mets get Kershaw? I mean, they just got Scherzer. They have Scherzer and DeGrom now. Now you're going to let them get Kershaw. That'll be the best 1-2-3 in baseball if they pull that off. I mean, it's a joke.
Yeah, Christian, man. Yeah, man. You got the floor, man.
Yeah, you can talk. Sorry, I'm just ranting because I hate this team.
Jesus Christ. So that now
I agree with you.
So now you're saying that I have to live with Met fans on the train and all that now? I got to see Met fans walking around with Met hats and shirts and jerseys?
Yeah, man. And we don't even have a number 2 and number 3. Yeah, Cole, that's it, though. Where's our number 2 and 3 starters?
We don't have.
You could do a rant, too, if you want, because I ripped this team apart.
We don't have.
I have more confidence if they make moves, but what I was saying is before you joined, Michael, I was saying if the Yankees trade for Olsen, they should also trade get in the same deal Frankie Montas or Sean Manaea.
Oh, yeah, I know those guys. I'm on you with that. And you know who else I think they should trade for? A center fielder? Castillo, the guy from the Diamondbacks.
Yep.
Great player.
Yep.
He would be a great pickup if they get him. I mean, that's a game changer right there. If the Yankees could pull off Castillo, they're in business. And if they trade for Olsen, then I would give him a thumbs up. But they still need pitching. They have to get pitching.
But
if they do that,
here's another question.
But I don't know if they're going to do it.
Esteban Florial. That's a big thing because
Florial, I mean, they're going to have to trade those guys to make these moves because you're not getting these guys for nothing. You got to trade your top prospects. And what's going to play shortstop next year?
They have to sign somebody. They have to sign somebody. But what I was saying is, I think the Yankees will get one of those guys in the deal, but is Florial? If the Yankees decide to actually tear it apart and rebuild, I think Florial's going to start in center field just to get some playing time and there's going to be some growing pains. But I think Florial looks good in about 5 games.
I know, but you see all these prospects that we have. Anthony Volpe, they have Austin Wells. These guys aren't going to be on the Yankees. You see, the problem with the Yankees is they don't use any of their farm system guys. They leave them down in the farm system. They let them rot. So you have to trade them then. And we could trade these guys for significant players, but the Yankees never do that. So they better do it this season because, to me, this is their last chance to build a World Series team.
And also,
there's no turning back, right, Frank? This is it. It's do or die this year. They don't make a World Series change. That's it. That's the way I look at it.
And with Brian Cashman is an absolute prospect hunter, if you want to call him that, because you know what? Remember Chance Adams?
Yeah.
We could have got.
Chance Adams was terrible, though. He was terrible.
Garrett Cole. We could have got Garrett Cole for him.
Yeah. I mean, he just doesn't know how to make. I give him the credit on Gio Urshela move. I mean, that turned out good.
Yeah.
And Luke Voigt, but those guys now, when it comes to pitching, he has no idea what to do when it comes to pitching. He sucks.
Yeah.
When it comes to trading,
and with
pitching,
prospects,
terrible.
And with prospects, I mean, like you were saying, I mean, he lets these guys rot until they're 26, 27, and then he calls them up, and then he trades them and releases them.
Exactly. You got to call them up when they're 22 and 23, not 27.
Yeah.
That's too old.
Like Steven Writings, he's like 27, and Aaron Judge, they called him up at 26. They called him Aaron Judge at 26.
They called him up late. Trey Amberkey or something. Trey Amberkey.
Amberkey's like almost but you gotta like Derek Jeter, he got called up at like 20.
They don't know how to develop their talent. They have guys that are good, and they don't bring them up, and then they wait too long, and they're not good anymore. Look what happened with Frazier and Andujar. Frazier traded. He got traded to the Cubs. They waited too long to trade him. They should have traded him when he had value. Now the guy is not going to be good, and Andujar is still on the team, but they're not going to use him. He'll probably get released.
He's still on the team, Andujar?
He's still there, but what is he going to do? He's not going to play. He's going to get released. He'll get cut.
And not only that we just mentioned, how about the guys that they let go? Like Greg Allen. Why they let go Greg Allen?
I didn't like that move. You know the way I feel about that. I like
Tim
Greg Allen.
Castro.
They should have played him. They didn't give him enough playing time. And once again, the Yankees know how to screw that up, like they always screw up everything else.
I think they well, you know what? They're gonna need a catcher eventually because Sanchez.
Yeah. Now you see what the New York Rangers did. That's a team that built the team from the ground up, and look at the Rangers now. They're in first place. I haven't been watching much of them, but they're playing great. The Rangers. The Yankees should take notes and do something like that, but they don't want to do that. That's what the Yankees. I wish the Yankees would do something like that. Build the team, rebuild it over, but they don't want to do that. They just want to bring the same team back. It just makes me really upset.
They did rebuild the team, man, and man.
But the Yankees don't believe in that. It's not even about rebuilding. They don't have to rebuild per se, but build a championship caliber team. They don't make the right moves. They just don't.
The thing it's like everybody's played for the Yankees now. Have you noticed? Like every player is like, "Oh, I play for the Yankees." You know what I mean? Like what?
I mean, they could bring Mike Trout. They could bring Mike Trout in, and it won't make a difference because they just don't make anything after that. When they added Garrett Cole, everybody thought they were going to win the World Series, but they just added one piece to the team. You have to add more to just one player. I saw when they got Cole, they were a favorite to win the whole thing, but you didn't realize how flawed this team was. They had too many flaws. They had too many problems.
You know, they do. It's from what I'm thinking and what I'm looking at, I think it's like the Yankees get a big player, let's say Garrett Cole, for instance, right? And they only using this guy to sell tickets. You know what I'm saying? For the year. They're not gonna blast them on posters and text messages and Instagram posts and it's Garrett Cole, buy a ticket now. And then it's like nothing. You know what I mean? You don't help.
Well, yeah, they got him to bring him in for basically, like you said, a marketing tool. I thought he was brought here to win a championship. That's what we want him for. We don't want him for a marketing tool. We want a championship.
Exactly.
I mean, they haven't won a World Series in 13 years.
He's not going to do it by himself. You know? And look at all these people we missed out on. You know, even though if you want to say they suck or whatever, but how many pitchers that they missed out on over this winter, man? I mean, DeGrom and all these people.
And now you have it really pisses me off that the Mets have DeGrom and Scherzer, and now they might still add and get Kershaw or trade for Luis Castillo. I mean, where the Yankees on all these moves though? They're just letting everybody go. It's just I just can't get it. I just don't understand it. And
like you just said, I forgot what article it was, but they weren't even in the conversation of these people.
No.
They weren't even in the conversation. So what is going on over there in La La Land?
Yeah. Their front office is terrible. I told you, Frank, their front office, we've been talking about this team for the last 2 years now on your show. This team is an absolute, they're a joke. They're the worst run team in sports. You know what I told you, they're the Dallas Cowboys. Look at their front office. The same type front office. We have the same front office as the Cowboys. It's just a terribly run organization.
And also, the Steinbrenner family or Yes Network has stock in the Cowboys. They own that team somehow. The Yankees.
They do. They have some stock. Yeah, I know. You're right. That is true.
Yeah.
Bro, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Steinbrenner was very good friends with the owner of the Cowboys.
Steve, I forgot the guy's name, but the Dallas Cowboys used to be a great team. They make the playoffs every year and they always lose. They always choke.
Yeah, they're not
like the Yankees.
They used to be.
Like the Yankees, yeah.
There you go.
Same thing. I mean, they make it every year and they lose. And they haven't won a championship in 25 years, Cowboys. So it's just as similar as the Yankees are.
Oh my God, man! I like this is the year where it could turn around, where the Mets could be the greatest and the Yankees could be the wackest. Oh, that's gonna be terrible, man!
If that happens, then the Yankees should just retire. Just sell the team and just they should move out of New York if that happens. Just move out of New York.
Build the stadium in East Rutherford. East Rutherford. Build it over there.
They should move out of New York if that happens. If the Mets win a World Series before the Yankees, then I just don't want to hear that name. I don't want to hear the Yankees name ever mentioned ever again.
Man, I can't believe. It's just hard to believe, man, how we're talking and how the Yankees are just letting that go like that. You know what I mean?
You have to be upset. You have to be definitely pissed off right now if you're a Yankee fan. I am. Because I don't like what I'm seeing. This team hasn't won a World Series in 13 years. They make it every year to lose. This team right now on paper is a 65 to 70 win team this year going into the season.
Really?
They don't make any changes.
If they don't make any changes, that's the point.
Yeah, but the thing is, who wants to play for the Yankees? I don't want to play for the Yankees. Okay, I'm a big-time baseball player. I don't want to play for the Yankees because I know the Yankees ain't trying to win no World Series. So why should I sign there? You know, like
exactly. And I was just going to tell you this too. All the Yankee fans saying, "Oh, you got to bring Judge back. You got to bring Judge back." Fine with me, but if the Yankees don't make any great moves, he's not going to come back next season. He's a free agent. Who the hell would want to play for this team?
That's what I'm saying. Why would you want to play for the Yankees if you know you ain't going to no World Series? You ain't got no shot. You ain't going. Why would you play here? I mean, look, you play your whole life. You play baseball your whole life. You dream about playing in the World Series, and you telling me you're gonna not go to the World Series because you want to play for the Yankees?
Yeah.
Nah, man.
It's disappointing, man. I mean, this team.
You gotta be like LeBron. You got to be like LeBron. He wasn't winning over here, so he went over there, got a championship with Miami, left that because they knew they weren't going to win no more, and he went to Cleveland, won over there, And now he's trying with LA, but he can't do it with LA.
Yeah, and you got to understand something also. Aaron Judge is 30 years old. He's getting old, man. You don't want
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I heard you say it too. He's going to be 30. I think in what is it, August?
April 26th. That's exactly 2 months after my birthday.
Yeah, I was way off. April.
That's how I remember.
And he's going to be 30 years old, and I don't know, man. I mean, everyone thought this World Series was in the bag for us.
Yeah.
When we got Garrett Cole.
I
It worked that way.
And Stan. We traded for an MVP winner who had 60 home runs in 2018.
Yeah.
And they got embarrassed by the Red Sox. You remember that game 16-3 or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Oh my God.
They won 92 games last year. It's hard to believe. I didn't think they were going to win that many games. This team is not winning 92 games. I can tell you that. There's no way they're going to win 92 games. They're not getting lucky.
And the Yankees have no excuse because the Red Sox went on to have a great season with nobodies on their team. With nobody.
Yeah, they weren't even expected. First of all, they weren't even supposed to make the playoffs. That was a joke.
Yeah.
You let a team like that had the lowest of expectations get to the playoffs and make it to the ALCS. The Yankees didn't even come close to that.
How is that even possible, man? So all right, now the Yankees got a new management, right? They got a new coaching staff, right? So let's see how well that works. I mean, they have the
not really. I mean, not by the coaching staff. Well, yeah, they do have the coaching staff, but Aaron Boone is back again. So you know how that's going to go. He sucks.
Hey,
so they're going to just be.
But wait, because if the Yankees start doing bad, he might get fired, and Rojas might take over the team.
Rojas,
I don't know. We'll see about that. But
they
let Eric Chavez go to the Mets. Did you hear about that now? They let Eric Chavez go to the Mets. The Yankees let the Mets get Chavez. That got me pissed off, too.
Yeah, that's right. Man, well...
You just let... the Mets are getting everybody. They're taking everybody.
It's like, who's left? Like, what cards are left? Like, you know what I mean? What the hell is left? You know what I mean? I mean, if we were playing Uno, we would be
build a World Series team before the Yankees. And they do have a rich owner. Steve Cohen's worth billions, but I didn't think the Mets were going to be a World Series team before the Yankees.
I mean, they did it. I mean, they have potential, and they did it overnight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they did. And the Yankees missed the boat. They missed their train. They should have been a World Series. First of all, they should have won the World Series in 2017. That was a great team. They should have won that year. That was the year they should have won. They blew it. I mean, they came very close, and then they fired Girardi, and they bring in this idiot as a manager. That doesn't know how to do anything right.
When Jeter broke his ankle in that playoff, the heart and soul of that team was done, bro.
I mean, if you want to go back, yeah. I mean, the dynasty ended a long time ago. The Yankees' last championship was in 2009. So, I mean, this team has not been the same since, I think, I don't know, I guess they're just a different team, man. There's so much to analyze. They're just not the same team anymore. They don't hit runners in scoring position. They never hit runners in scoring position.
And not only that,
that's another story.
Not only that, Michael, they don't make the same type of players that they used to. You know what I mean? No. Like actually Christian sent me a video with Raul Ibanez in the video, and I said, look, they don't even have guys like this anymore. You can't even find guys
they don't have like the mystique and the aura and the magic that they used to have. They don't have those late inning comebacks that you know that they're going to put together a great rally. I mean, it's just a boring team. How long have you been a Yankee fan for, Christian?
Since 2012. So we said we were going to talk about this before we started the live.
I've been a Yankee fan for years. I've been a Yankee fan since '95, and I got to see a lot of I got to see a lot of championships. But I hope you get to see one, man. I feel bad for you because this team is I don't know, man. I hope they can win the World Series for you because this is probably the worst. This is not a good time to be a Yankee fan right now.
But you know
what?
That's the thing about baseball. You could be down in the gutter one day, and then for some reason the next day you find yourself up there and you're in the World Series. You know what I mean?
It could happen. I mean, if the Yankees get hot at the right time, but they never do. The Braves, did you think the Braves were going to win? They came out of nowhere. The Braves lost 3 of their best players, and they still won. So, I mean, I guess anything could happen in the playoffs. Yeah, but the Yankees never get that luck, though. They never get lucky.
But you got to understand, though, Brian Cashman has to make a trade to give us hope. though. You understand what I mean? Like, oh man, we got this guy and we got this guy. Okay, I feel like we have a chance now. You know what I mean? Like, at least give us that. I mean, come on.
But he's not doing anything. He's not doing anything close to that. I don't think this guy's going to do anything when the lockout is over. We're lucky if we get one good move, one big move.
Man.
This guy, you know how many moves they have to make to be back in the talk of being a World Series team? I told you 6 moves. We need like 2 starters, a shortstop, a catcher, a first baseman, and even bullpen looks bad.
Starting to. I mean, as long as Chapman keeps doing 99, I guess we'll be all right. But
I mean, I didn't realize how many flaws this team has. I mean, I didn't realize how many holes they have on this team. It's crazy. Who would have thought, though, in 2020, when the Yankees got cold, that we were like one piece away. Remember? Everyone was saying, oh, that's it, they're going to win. And then you see how bad this team is when they go on the field. They're just so bad. They just have so many problems.
It's the errors.
When they play.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
And what I was talking about before the show is I never witnessed. People always tell me, "Oh, the Yankees were the greatest team in sports when they in the '90s." I cannot imagine that. With I haven't witnessed.
Right? It's hard to believe, but we got to witness a lot of great Yankee teams. Yeah, man, they won the 4 championships.
I was 1 year. I was 1 year old. I was 1 year. I was a 1 year old when the Yankees won in 2009.
Well,
so it's like
I was 25. It is hard to believe because when they won all those titles, it didn't seem like they were ever going to lose again, but they did.
Yeah, I mean those.
Yeah, it's.
See, but like me and Mike speak about this all the time. Those '90s teams, they were so professional, man. I
mean,
everything was tailor made.
They were clutch and they just knew how to win, and those guys
were men.
They were experienced too.
Yeah.
These guys don't have any experience. They don't know how to hit. Derek Jeter is just you can't compare Aaron Judge to Derek Jeter. You just can't.
They don't hustle. The team now doesn't hustle at all. No. Except Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is the only guy.
I mean, see, like you speak about Derek Jeter. See, Derek Jeter is because that was the guy you knew you can count on. You knew if it was to him, he was gonna get it no matter what. These players on this team now, it's like, oh man, it's a pop up to Aaron Judge. You don't know if he's gonna get this ball or not. You know what I'm saying? How many times has he dropped the baseball at the wall? You know what I mean? I mean, it's like you don't have that confidence in these players like that. And back in these days, you already know if it was hit to Paul O'Neill, oh, he was catching it. If it hit to Bernie Williams, he was catching it. I mean,
it's just a shame we might never see a team like that again. And I laugh at all these Yankee fans saying that if we don't win with this group, like this new core, we'll win with the next. I doubt it. Highly doubt it. I don't see it happening. They're not going to win. We'll never see a dynasty again. They're lucky, this team, if they win one championship. Forget about dynasty. We're not seeing no dynasty. They're lucky if they win one.
Man, I just hope
you think anyone is.
I want to see.
You think anyone will ever pass the Yankees in championships?
It's possible.
Who are you talking about? The Mets?
No, any.
No, like the Cardinals. The Cardinals have like 11. They're the second closest.
No, that I don't see happening, but. The Dodgers have a shot at maybe winning like a dynasty. I could see that happening. I don't know about 27. That's kind of hard to. But I could see a team passing the. I mean, the Red Sox won 4 championships in 14 years. They passed the Yankees already in terms of like winning championships in a row. I mean, the Yankees already lost on that. The Red Sox destroyed the Yankees. It's not even close.
Hey,
I mean, those two teams, their franchises completely turned. Like, Yankees went the other way. The Red Sox turned into the Yankees, and the Yankees turned into the Red Sox.
I know.
It's not even close.
I know. What's happened, man?
Like, especially in 2019, when the Yankees got, like next man up, like Cameron Maybin, the other guys. Like, what if these guys were not good?
They had a strong. They had trying to think of the players they had. Oh, they had Clint Frazier helped. He was big for them.
Frazier, yeah.
Big for them.
Yeah, sure.
And they had a couple of other guys that I kind of forgot, but yeah, I mean, they had all those guys stepped up for them. But who did
imagine if these guys didn't do anything. I mean, the Yankees would have been like this year. everyone got it, and not everyone got hurt this year, but like they would have finished with a similar record.
Yeah.
And they also got too many injuries. That's another problem. The Yankees have to sustain the injuries. Well, they weren't actually healthy last year. They didn't get as many injuries last year, which was a shock. But even with staying healthy, they still terrible. They still suck. They still can't play great.
I mean, I have hope this year, honestly. If they sign Correa and trade for Rosen, I have hope. A little bit, at least, right?
Well, they're gonna have no choice but to get that guy.
You have to make those moves first. I'll give them an upper hand if they make moves. But if they just completely do nothing again, and they're gonna run the same team back and convince these fans that they're gonna be a great team, I'm not convinced. I'm sorry. They're gonna be in last place or in fourth place if they do this. I'm not convinced. They're gonna be bad.
Man, I don't know what's gonna take, man.
I just hope I hope Torres returns to form. LeMahieu returns.
Good luck on that one. I would trade Torres. Actually, I would trade him for Matt Olson. I would put him in a trade for Olson and that Manaea, the pitcher Manaea. I would do that in a heartbeat. Because Gleyber Torres, I'm telling you right now, he's bad. I mean, he's turning into Gary Sanchez. I mean, Gary Sanchez has been horrible. He's got to go. Gary Sanchez, I don't know why he's still in this game. Sanchez has to be traded. I can't believe he's still a catcher. Sanchez is done. He's been bad for the last 4 years.
What about trading? I was looking at this. Not many people are talking about it. Trading for if the Yankees make moves, they get a pitcher, they trade for Olsen. What about trading for Jose Ramirez, switch hitter? He's on a team-friendly contract.
That would be a great. That definitely is a great idea. But I don't know if
Jose Ramirez. He's like a 40-40 hitter every game.
Yeah.
Every
game. They're going to do a trade with the Yankees because they're in the same league. I don't know if they're going to do that. They're in the same league.
Yeah.
And usually divisions don't trade, but they don't. If you're in the same division or the same league, they don't like doing trade unless it's a free agent. So I don't know if that move is possible. I would do it. Jose Ramirez is a great player.
But what about? This infield. It would be Olsen at first. Torres at second, but obviously your point was right about Torres if he doesn't return to form. Shortstop would be Correa or Story, and third base would be Jose Ramirez. I mean, that's a solid infield.
Trading Aaron Hicks, I agree with you with that. What about trading Aaron Hicks? I would love to see Aaron Hicks.
You know what? I say trade Torres, and you have LeMahieu at second, right? Can you put LeMahieu at second?
I mean, or did they put him in a role?
LeMahieu belongs at second, and you still need a shortstop, and you still need starting pitching. You know, you see, there's too many problems, man.
Yes,
you think there's one problem, there's too many problems.
Yeah. When you think of one, there's another. You know,
even DJ LeMahieu. What happened to DJ LeMahieu last year? He was the batting champ. He was terrible last year. He was playing hurt.
Yeah,
but I mean, he was bad last year.
Well, what if they put LeMahieu in a role?
Better than all these guys, man. I mean, it's just.
What if they put LeMahieu in a role like he was originally signed to be? He wouldn't start on opening day, but he would play every, 2 to 3 days to give. Like if it was a day off, he would slide in. I mean, I don't think that's a terrible idea. Like he was originally signed for. Maybe his body he's getting old. He can't play every day. So what if he plays 130, 40 games?
But he was a very disappointing season. I mean, the guy had 327, 364, and won a batting title. I don't know what happened to him last year. He had 264, and he was also playing injured. So I got to give him a pass, I guess, for the injury. But he can't do that again this year if he's healthy. If he bats like that again, he was the best hitter. I think that LeMahieu was the best player on this team when he was healthy. It wasn't even close. I mean, the second to Aaron Judge, LeMahieu was the most important player on this team, but he has to have a better season this year because if he's bad, then I'm going to start to say, get rid of this guy, trade LeMahieu then, because he can't have another bad season again.
I think they'll trade. I think if they are really committed to getting Correa and they want to trade for Jose Ramirez, this is a rumor that I've been thinking of. Jose Ramirez, I think they would trade Urshela actually. Urshela and Hicks in a package.
I think I would just leave Urshela alone. I like Urshela. I think Urshela's fine. He did struggle though last year, kind of,
But Urshela's not getting any younger. He struggled last year.
Well, nobody on the team is young, man. The whole team is old. If you look at everybody, the only one that's really young is Gleyber Torres.
Honestly, this is the best time to trade for Urshela. I mean, unless he has a great season like he did in 2019.
He has a point.
Like, I think it's the best time
I agree
is to trade Leo Urshela.
None of these guys have value. Like nobody on this team has any value. But look at all the players that we have. The only one that really has value is Aaron Judge. I guess there's nobody on this team that has any value. That's the problem. You got to trade them when they have value. Otherwise,
nobody has value. That's true.
And they could have in 2019, 2018 to 2019, they could have traded Miguel Andujar, Clint Frazier, and Deivi Garcia. It was for Josh Hader. I mean,
that would have been an interesting trade. Too bad they couldn't pull that off. Chapman is an absolute dumpster fire.
Because that's another example.
I don't want to see ever again. Chapman's garbage. I know he's going to be back.
That's another example of Brian Cashman being a prospect hugger. That's another of him being a prospect hugger.
Yeah, man.
He waits until the 27th, then he plays.
I think Loizaga is going to be the closer now. I like Loizaga. Loizaga will be the future closer of this team. And Chapman's good.
I think Chapman.
I think.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
I think Chapman will start as closer, but if Chapman does remember last year he was terrible in late June, early July. I think they'll move Loizaga. Yeah, I think they'll start Chapman as closer.
In the beginning, I thought Loizaga should have been a closer from the get-go, and Zach Britton is done. He's got Tommy John surgery. You won't see him ever again. He's finished. Britton's not going to be a Yankee ever again.
DFA.
Yeah. They DFA'd him?
They're going to. I bet you they will next year.
Probably, yeah.
Well, he's going to be he's a free agent after this season. So yeah, you're not going to see him ever again. He's also got Tommy John surgery. So.
And he'll probably pitch 5 innings if he even gets a pitch this year.
Yeah, even Chad Green. I don't even like Chad Green. Chad Green was terrible.
Chad Green,
last year.
I would love to see Chad Green go. Yes.
Yeah, me too. I don't like
how many games he's blown already. He's blown thousands of games already, this kid. Every game.
He blew like 10 saves last year. He was the worst. He might have been worse than Chapman last year.
I mean, man, there's another one. There's a kid pitching in the Dominican League now from the Yankees.
Yeah. What about that guy they brought up? I'm sorry, they didn't bring him up. Roderick or something? They just announced it like a few days ago.
Roderick Arias. Roderick Arias or Arias.
Oh, yeah.
He's another shortstop. He's another shortstop.
So see, now the Yankees should trade him, and then they could get Correa, I guess, because there's talk about.
I would trade Peraza. I would trade Peraza right now, because Roderick Arias, he could be anything. He can be very good or very bad. But at least Peraza's about to be in AAA. I think this is if Peraza's bad, Castillo should be fired because we already went through it with Andujar and Chance Adams. This is a perfect time to trade Oswald Peraza. Perfect time. You can nothing better. Put him in the Olsen and Montas trade.
You're not going to bring these guys up. You're going to have to trade some of them because you're not going to play these guys. You have to trade them. And the Yankees are wasting time here. They're wasting a lot of valuable time. They could have easily won a World Series if they made a great blockbuster trade years ago, but they never did. They ended Harlan Frazier. They could have traded for a top pitcher, and they never did it.
Absolutely. I don't want to see Volpe in AAA for 3 years, and he comes up when he's 27.
They always do that. They blame the Yankees all
and they'll give him
blame Cashman.
And not for nothing though. A lot of those players on the Patriots over there, they're pretty damn good too, man. On the Patriots, I don't know why they give those guys a shot. You know,
and then you know what they'll do? They'll bring up Volpe at 27 years old. They'll give him number 98.
That's messed
up. That's also what I also know. It's not as a big thing, but I hate how the Yankees bring up all these guys. They give them high jersey numbers. Trey Ambergy was wearing number 95. I mean, you can give this guy 33 or something. Yeah. I don't know. It's not really a big thing. It's just something
that. I was talking to you about this. So what was it before the season ended? I said if the Yankees don't go on a spending spree this year, and they go out and they buy it and they don't win, I said that's the end. And they never even did it. They never even went out and tried to attempt to win a World Series, to buy a World Series. Nothing. I mean, this is what the Yankees are going to do, and don't even come close to trying to buy a championship. They should hold their head in shame.
This is all out of the playbook of the Knicks owner Dolan over there. That's what the
even worse than that. Even worse, they're taking a playbook out of the Cowboys and the Cleveland Browns and all those.
They're pocketing the money, and they're not spending the money on the players.
And once again, we have to hear the excuse because they have to see what the luxury tax is like. If I have to hear that one more time, that they have to see what the luxury tax is, I just want this team just go. I can't take the Yankees anymore. I want to choke their organization to death. If they have to say one more time that they have to see what the luxury tax is, why are they so cheap? And they stop being cheap.
They got the money. They have the money to spend. They have the money to spend.
I know. Enough is enough. Why are they so fixated on the payroll every year? Every year, George Steinbrenner never said that we had to look at the luxury tax. He went out and spent the money, and he bought the World Series, and he didn't care about payroll. What the hell is the payroll? You worth $9 billion, and you worry about the payroll?
It's crazy, man.
Wow. I just got some word here that Alex, so this is from Bob Nightingale. We all know that he can be a little risky, but they're saying Alex Rodriguez received 34.3% of the vote, and Ortiz got in. Ortiz got into the Hall of Fame, but I think this was right. Ortiz got in, coming from the source was. Well, from the MLB thing, Ken Rosenthal said it.
I don't like that, though. Yep. I mean, how do you put a guy in that took steroids? I mean,
he took steroids. Everybody knows it.
Bonds, Clemens. How do you put a guy in that? He took steroids. I don't agree with that.
Wow.
I didn't like that. That's bullshit. So this guy gets in and he took steroids, and you don't want to put Barry Bonds in and Clemens and Manny Ramirez. I'm sorry, but see, I disagree on that. A-Rod should be in the Hall of Fame, and that's bogus. That's bogus.
Wow. So I don't think Bonds and Clemens didn't get in.
Wow.
No, that's it. That was their last shot.
Really?
That's it. That was their last shot. It's over for them.
A-Rod should have got in then.
This is from another MLB YouTuber. He said Bonds and Clemens deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. So I guess they didn't get in.
No, that's it. And that was their last chance. That was their last go-around.
So Bonds is not a Hall of Famer.
At the Hall of Fame again. That was their last. That's it. A-Rod has a lot of chances, but that's it. McGuire's done. Sosa's chances are over. That's it. I didn't have a guy.
Big Papi gets in. Hold up.
Yep.
Hold up. David Ortiz, sole player voted into the Hall of Fame by the Baseball Writers Association of America, making it the first year on the ballot with the announcement coming Tuesday. What? Joins the 6-man voted by the Golden Days Early Baseball Era Committee back in December. Jim Kai, blah, 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 blah. And that's it. So he's the only one that makes it in?
I guess so.
What?
Yeah, this is coming from...
What?
This comes from Jeff Passan.
But this guy,
from Jeff Passan.
I knew he was going to get in because they said it. He had all the votes.
This is MLB. This is MLB app here, and it's saying what it says. David Ortiz was the sole player voted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I just looked it up on my phone. He's
sole player? Are you kidding me? No.
And what they're saying, this is a tweet. This is a tweet from Jeff Passan. Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, and Curt Schilling were not chosen in the Hall of Fame in their 10th and final year on the writers' ballot.
Curt Schilling wasn't busted, right?
Bonds, Clemens, and Curt Schilling. All three.
First ballot, though. That's ridiculous.
What?
First ballot.
Nah. No.
Ortiz took steroids.
No, wait.
I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, man. He took steroids.
Over Curt Schilling, though? He didn't get busted for steroids, Curt Schilling, right? I don't believe he did.
No, but there was speculation, but he was just a big man. He wasn't liked by anybody. He's not in the Hall of Fame, Schilling. He didn't go in. He was borderline Hall of Fame. He wasn't like a first ballot Hall of Famer, but Ortiz, I just think shouldn't have got in because he took steroids. And if you put Ortiz in, then you should have put all the other ones in. That's just bogus.
Wow.
All right. This is from Fox Sports MLB. On the final year, Bonds got 66% and Clemens got 65%. I think you need 70 to get in, 72, something.
Right. I think you need 72 points.
72 points. And then, Bonds got 66.
Because they don't like Alex Rodriguez.
So this means that Bonds not getting in. Errod's definitely not going to get in after this. McGuire's not going to get in. Is this time already over, McGuire?
I think so. Way
okay. Then Sammy Sosa.
He should have got Manny Ramirez. I mean, there's a lot of guys that got left out. I mean,
who else?
Yeah, and then
there's another bunch of players. I want to say Larry Walker, but I'm not too sure if he got.
Todd Helton.
Todd Helton.
Yeah, I get those two mixed up.
In that era, there's a few more. Well,
there's a couple of more, but I think that's it. Just David Ortiz gets in this year.
Wow.
Outdoor.
Giambi.
Giambi wasn't in the Hall of Fame. He never was a Hall of Famer.
No.
But he was on the ballot, but I know he's not going to go in.
Wow, man. But
Scott Rowland got 63%.
It's not easy to get in the
he
Hall of
should have got
Fame,
that.
It's very hard to be a Hall of Famer.
Scott Rowland never
that is ridiculous. Andrew Jones only got 41%. He should be a Hall of Famer. Yeah. Only 41%.
He was a good.
You know who else was on the ballot? I don't know how he was on there, but Nick Swisher was on the ballot. He's not a Hall of Famer, but I don't know what. I guess they like Nick Swisher.
Oh,
he wasn't even on the ballot. I don't know how the hell he made it on the ballot.
You make it on the ballot regardless. After you retire, once you retire from baseball professionally, after 5 years, you're on the Hall of Fame ballot, no matter what. This
is unbelievable. Sammy Sosa got 18%.
Oh shit. That's sad.
That is.
Well, those guys are not going in. That was their last time. I mean, that's it. Yeah. I mean, they were eligible for all those years, so this was their last year to be voted in, and that's it. So they missed out. So I guess that's it. Everyone has a chance. I don't know if he's going to go in.
Manny Ramirez got 29, and our friend Andy Pettitte got 10%.
Really, Andy Pettitte?
Yeah, I would have loved to see Andy Pettitte. Andy Pettitte is great, but I guess he gets held back as a
with all the championships and all that, man. That's sad, man. But anyway, I'm gonna get going, man. I'm gonna go get some food and start eating.
Yeah, man, it was a great show. Thanks for
great
show with you guys.
We could return this. We could keep going on Friday. We could keep talking about this Hall of Fame stuff on Friday.
Yeah.
And I'll have Christian back on.
It was great to do a show again because I haven't seen you on the show because there was really nothing to talk about because there's no baseball. But it's good that you came back and did a show again and you brought a Christian on because I haven't. There's nothing really to talk about because there's no baseball. But we could do a show I guess Friday if you want.
Yeah, and even though there's not gonna be no baseball, if I have nothing to talk about, I'm gonna talk about some crazy crap that I've seen or something like that. There'll be a show somehow. Yeah. Even if there's no baseball, I'll figure it out.
We can even talk more about the getting kids involved.
Yeah, we gotta find that out, man. It's sad.
I have a couple things like I wrote down like bat flips, like pre-game entertainment, all that stuff, kind of.
Yes.
So we can talk about all that on Friday. Special guests in the broadcasts.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we'll talk about it on Friday, man. We'll be back. But let me thank everybody for watching. Shout out to the Sports of Entertainment, the Pope of Entertainment, if he's still on it. But we're gonna be back on Friday. David Ortiz is a Hall of Famer, unbelievable. I'm gonna go break something of Boston around here. Somebody got some. But anyway,
it was great talking to you guys.
All right, Mike. I'll catch you later.
Yeah.
And let me shut down.